Assalamu alaikum. In today's session, we are going to start exercise 5.2s of IGCSE Extended Mathematics that is recommended by AQA examinations. Our topic is calculations with fractions. So let's start. In these questions, we are going to deal with very easy fractions where we just need to add or subtract or multiply or divide. For example, in question number 1, it says calculate these additions and subtractions. So let's do the A part. It's very simple because we are given with like fractions where the denominator is already same. So to add the fractions, we first make the denominator same, which is already same here. So we just write the denominator as common and then we add the numerators. So we will get 3/5, means 3/5 is the answer. Now I will do only the part which is about subtraction. For example, in E part, I'm given with 5/6 minus 1/6. So I can easily subtract because I already have same denominators. So I can subtract the numerators, like 5 minus 1 is 4. And so we can also simplify by dividing both the numerator and denominator by the highest common factor. So the highest common factor of 4 and 6 will be 2. So if we divide both numerators and denominator by 2, we get 2/3. Now we will do question number 2 because all the remaining parts are very easy. In question number 2, it says find these equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are basically fractions that represent the same value, just with different denominators and numerators. For example, in A part, it says we have to find equivalent fraction of 2/3. So there are so many fractions that can be equivalent to 2/3 that will represent the same value but with different numbers. For example, if I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, I will get 4/6. Or if I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 3 instead of 2, so I will get 6/9. So look, all these fractions are equivalent because they are representing the same value, but only they have different numerator and denominators. But in the A part, they want us to make the fraction equivalent, but the denominator should be 30. 30 is the multiple of 3, and we know it's 10th multiple. Like 3 times 10 is 30. So we have to do the same thing on the top, means we need to multiply the same number on the top, like 2 times 10, which is 20. So it means the missing number in the box or the numerator should be 20. Similarly, in B part, it's 3/7 equals something which is unknown and denominator is 42. Now we know that 7 times 6 is 42 and we need to do the same thing on the top, like 3 times 6 is 18. Similarly, for the C part, I will do this here. 9 times 5 is 45 and then 7 times 5 is 35. And here it's 8 times 5 is 40. So 5 times 5 is 25. In E part, it's a bit different because here we are moving towards like shorter denominator, like we need to divide here. So we know that 9 is the factor of 63 and it's 7th factor of 63. So if we divide 63 by 7, we get 9, and we need to do the same thing on the top. We are going to divide 21 by 7 as well, so it will be 3 over there. And in F bar, it's 5 times 7 is 35, and we need to do the same thing on the bottom. Then 6 times 7 is 42. So this is how we can complete the unknown fractions. In question number 3, and it's A part, they want us to add these fractions. And this time we are dealing with the fractions with different denominators. So to add the fractions, or subtract fractions, we first need to make the denominator same, means we need to make the fractions equivalent. We know that 5 is a factor of 10, and 5 times 2 will become 10 over there. And similarly, we need to do the same thing on the top to make the fractions equivalent. So this will become 2 over 10, and then 1/10. After making the fractions equivalent, we can just write the common denominator here, and we can add the numerators. So it will become 3/10. Now we can do its B part, where they want us to add the fractions. Before addition, we need to have equivalent fractions. So we know that 3 is the factor of 6, so we can easily make it 6 by multiplying with 2. So we will get equivalent fraction, which will be 4/6, and now we can add in 1/6 by writing the common denominator 6 here, and we can add the numerators, which will be 5/6. Now let's do the E part. In E part, we are given with 1/4 and 3/5. Please observe that in this question, the smaller number is not a factor of the bigger number. So in this particular question, to make the denominator same, first we need to find the LCM, means lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5, first we need to write down some multiples of 4 and 5, like 4, 8, and the second multiple of 5 is 10, the third multiple of 4 is 12, the third multiple of 5 is 15, then 16, then 20, and 20 over there. So look that the first common multiple we are getting is 20. It means the lowest common multiple is 20. we can easily convert the fractions of the denominator to 20. We can easily make the denominators 20. So you know that 4 times 5 is 20, and also we need to do the same thing on the top. Similarly, 5 times 4 is 20, and we need to do the same thing on the top. So it's 5 20ths plus 12 20ths. Now we can easily write the common denominator here, and the sum of the numerators will be 17. Let's do the F part. In F part, again, they want us to add the fractions like 2/7 and 3/8. We need to find the common denominator first, means LCM, or the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple of 7 and 8 should be 56. So we can multiply 7 with 8 and 8 with 7, and we can get the equivalent fractions. That will be 16 over 56 and 21 over 56. And now if we add the numerators, we get 37 over 56. So this is how we do the fractions where the denominators are not same. Means this is how we deal with unlike fractions. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 4, they want us to convert these improper fractions into mixed numbers. So it's very easy. In A part, let's convert 5/4 into mixed number. So we know that we can divide 4 by 5, but we will get some remainder. Means we know that 4 times 1 is a 4, and we will get the remainder 1. So to write the improper fraction into mixed number, we write the quotient here and remainder as the numerator and divider as the denominator. So in this case, the quotient is 1, remainder is also 1, and denominator is 4. Means divider is 4 basically. So 1 and 1/4 is the another form of the improper fraction, which is 5/4. Now let me do the D part. 17/4. So we can divide it here. 4 times 4 is 16, and 1 will be the remainder. So again, we can write the quotient, which is 4, remainder, which is 1, and divider, which is also 4. So this is how we can convert each improper fraction into mixed number. And please notice that in all mixed numbers, there will be a whole part and then there will be a fractional part. So the fraction in the mixed number will always be the proper fraction. Now let's do the question number 5. In question number 5, they want us to convert the mixed numbers back into improper fractions. So let's do A part. It's 1 and 3/4. So there is a very simple rule. To convert mixed number into improper fraction, we multiply the denominator with the quotient and add the answer into the numerator. So here, the 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So the answer will be 7/4. We don't change the denominator, we just change the numerator by first multiplying the divider with the quotient and then adding numerator in it. Let me do D part here, which is 2 and 4/7. So again, if we multiply the denominator, means divider with quotient, we get 14. And if we add 4 in it, we get 18, and it will be 18 over 7. Now let's do question number 6. In question number 6, we are going to add the mixed numbers. So for the addition of mixed numbers, first, it will be easy to convert into improper fractions. So we will again multiply the divider with the quotient and we'll add it into the numerator. So 5 times 1 is 5, and plus 1 is 6. So it will be 6/5 plus 21/10. And now we can see that we are having unlike fractions. So again, we need to make the denominator same. We know that 5 is the factor of 10. So we can convert to 10 by multiplying with 2. So it will be 12/10 and 21/10. Now we can write the common denominator and we can add the numerators. That will be 33. So the answer is again an improper fraction, but the question was given in mixed numbers. So let's convert the improper fraction again into mixed number. So we can divide 33 by 10. It will be 3 times 30, and we will left with the remainder 3. So let's write down this answer into mixed number. That will be our final answer, means quotient, remainder, and divider. So in question number 6, I'm doing some random parts because all questions are very easy. Now I will do D part. In D part again, it says 5 and 4/9 plus 2 and 3/7. So first we need to convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions, means 9 times 5 is 45, plus 4 is 49. So it's 49 over 9, plus 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So it's 17 over 7. Now we need to find the common denominator, means LCM of 9 and 7. So for LCM, we can cross multiply like this, because 9 times 7 is 63 and 7 times 9 is 63. So this will make the denominator same. So it will be 63 over there and 63 over there. Similarly, 49 times 7 is 343 and 17 times 9 is 153. Let's add the numerators, means 153 and 343, that is 496. Now we can easily convert improper fraction into mixed number again. So let's divide 496 by 63. If we multiply 63 with 7, we get the closest number, like 441. And now if we subtract 6 take away 1 is 5, and 9 take away 4 is again 5, and this is 0, means 55 is the remainder. So we can easily write the improper fraction into mixed number like this, where the quotient is 7, remainder is 55, and divider is definitely 63. So this is how we can solve these problems. Now I will do the H part, where it is subtraction. So it is 7 and 3/7 and 2 and a half. So first we need to convert mixed numbers into improper fractions. So it will be 7 times 7, which is 49, plus 3 is 52. So 52 over 7 minus 5 over 2. So for the common denominator, we need to multiply like this, because 7 times 2 is 14 and 2 times 7 is 14. Now after multiplying, we will get 104 over 14 minus 35 over 14. We will write the denominator, common denominator here, and then 104 minus 35 is 69. Let's divide 69 by 14 to convert again into mixed number. So 14 times 4 is 56. So if we subtract, we get 3 over there and 1 there. It means the mixed number will have quotient 4, remainder 3, and divider will be definitely 14. So this is how we can do all the remaining parts. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 7, we have to multiply, and we also need to simplify our answers. So in multiplication, we don't need to make the denominator same. It's very simple. We just multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. So it's 3 times 1 is 3 and 4 times 5 is 20. And the highest common factor of 3 and 20 is 1, so we cannot simplify it further. Let's do the B part. In B part, we need to again multiply the numerators and denominators. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 9 times 3 is 27. Again, we cannot simplify because there is highest common factor 1, so we cannot divide by any other number. Let's do the E part. In E part, we need to multiply 5 9th with 4 7th, and it's 20 over 63, and there is no highest common factor, so we cannot divide it further. So this is the final answer. Let's do the G part. In G part, we have to multiply 4 5th with 313. It will be 12 over 65, and this is the simplest form, so we cannot further simplify it. Let's do the H part. In H part, we are given with 8 over 35 times 7 over 24. This time we can simplify. Like we know that 35 is the 7th multiple of 7 and 24 is the 3rd multiple of 8. So we can divide 7 and 35 with the highest common factor, which is 7. And we can divide 8 and 24 with the highest common factor, which is 8. So now if we divide the numerators and denominators, so first of all, 8 divided by 8 is 1 and 35 divided by 7 is 5 times 7 divided by 7 is 1 and 24 divided by 8 is 3. If we multiply, we get final answer, and the answer will be in the simplest form, which will be 1 over 15. Let's do the I part. Here we are given with 2/3 times 6/7 times 5/12. So in this problem, we can first multiply the first two fractions. That will be 12 over 21, and we will further multiply it with 5 over 12. And now we can see that 12 and 12 can be cancelled because these are on the opposite sides, and we can divide by their highest common factors like 12 and 12. Then we will left with 1 there and 1 there. So 5 times 1 is 5 and 12 times 1 is 12. So the final answer will be 5 over 12. Now let's do the J part, which is 6 over 28 times 8 over 15 times 35 over 48. So before multiplying, first we can divide some numbers with their highest common factors. Like we know that the highest common factor of 8 and 48 is 8. And the highest common factor of 15 and 35 is 5. So let's divide these. And also the highest common factor of 6 and 28 is 2. So let's divide. We will replace 6 divided by 2 with 3 and 28 divided by 2 with 14 times 1 over 3 times 7 over 6. Now again, we can divide some numbers like 14 and 7 can be divided by 7, and also 3 and 3 can be cancelled. So we will left with 1 over 2 times 1 over 1 times 1 over 6. So finally, we will get 1 over 12 as our simplest answer. So this is how we can multiply fractions. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 8, we have to divide. So in A part, in question number 8, in its A part, they want us to write 3 over 4. Like 3 is being divided by 4, and already it is in the simplest form, so there is no need to further simplify. In B part, it is 6 over 8, and we can simplify by dividing with the highest common factor, which is 2. So the simplest form of 6/8 will be 3/4. And similarly, we can write the remaining parts. Now I'm proceeding to question number 9. In question number 9, A part, they want us to divide. So for the division of fractions, there is some rule. So for the division of fractions, we will follow a rule that is keep, chain, flip. Here, keep means that we have to keep the first fraction as it is, and we need to change the division sign into multiplication sign, and then we will take the reciprocal, means we will flip the last number, the divider basically. So let's solve this. We will keep 5/8 as it is. We will change the division sign into multiplication sign, and then we will flip this number. So 4 has no denominator, so let's assume 1 as its denominator, and then we will flip it by writing 1/4 here. Now let's multiply. 5 times 1 is 5 and 8 times 4 is 32. So this is how we divide fractions. Now let's do the C part of question number 9. It's 2/3 divided by 7, means we need to keep the 2/3 as it is. We need to change the division sign into multiplication sign, and we need to flip 7 into 1/7. So the final answer will be 2/21. Now let's do the F part, which is 6 divided by 2/3. So again, it is basically, we need to keep this first number as it is, and we need to change the division sign to multiplication sign, and then we will flip the next fraction, which is 3/2, basically. Now, if we multiply, we can assume that there is denominator 1 under 6. So after multiplication, we will get 18/2. And finally, our answer will be 9, because if we divide 18 by 2, we get 9. So similarly, you can do the remaining parts. Now let's do question number 10. And in question number 10, let's do A part. In A part, again, we have to divide fractions. So we will follow the same rule, means keep, chain, flip. And now we can cancel 8 and 8, and we can replace with 1. And finally, we can write 1/3 as our final answer. Now let's do its F part. In F part, we have to again divide 5/8 with 7/9. So by following the same rule, means 5/8 times 9/7. So we will get our answer as 45 divided by 56. Let's do I part, which is 72/154 divided by 16/33. Let's keep, chain, flip. Now we can divide 154 and 33 by 11, because this is the highest common factor of 33 and 154. And also we can divide 72 and 16 by 8, because 8 is the highest common factor of these numbers. So after division, we will get 9/14 times 3/2. Now we can finalize our solution by multiplying, like 9 times 3 is 27 and 14 times 2 is 28. So this is our final answer. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 11, again, we are going to deal with the multiplication and division of fractions. So let's do the A part here. We need to multiply a mixed fraction with a fraction. So first I can convert the mixed fraction into improper, means this will become 3/2, because 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So it is 3/2 times 3/4. So when we multiply, we get 9/8. So this is how we can simply multiply the fractions. To again convert the fraction, means improper fraction, into mixed number, we can divide it. So we will get 1 as the remainder, and then we can write into mixed number like 1 as the quotient and 1 as the remainder, and 8 is the divider. Now I will do the H part, which is 9 1/3 divided by 2 1/4. So first I will convert into improper fractions. So 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1 is 28. So it is 28/3 divided by 9/4. Now we will follow a rule that is keep, chain, flip, means 28/3 times 4/9. And now 28 times 4 is 112, and we can write the denominator as 27. So this is the final answer of H part. In question number 12, we are given with mixed problems, like there is a problem of addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. So all these problems are very similar as we did in previous questions. So I'm leaving this question. You can simply solve it. In question number 13, we again have to deal with fractions, but it's a bit different. Like it's written 3/4 plus 1/2 divided by 5/8 minus 1/4. I can write these fractions into other form, like I can write 3/4 plus 1/2 divided by 5/8 minus 1/4. Now I can solve these brackets first. Means first of all, I will add these fractions and I will subtract these fractions, and then I will further divide. So we know that we first need to make the denominator same. So we will get 3/4 plus 2/4, while on the other hand, we again need to make the denominator same by multiplying with 2 on the top and the bottom. So we will get 5/8 minus 2/8. So let's add these fractions, means 6/4 divided by 3/8. And now we are left with simple fractions, and we have to just divide these fractions. So we know that we have to follow the rule, which is keep, chain, flip, means we can write 6/4 times 8/3. And now let's cancel with the common factors. So we can divide 3 and 6 with 3, because 3 is the highest common factor. And we can divide 4 and 8 with 4, because 4 is the highest common factor. And we will left with 2 over 1 times 2 over 1. And final solution will be 4. So similarly, you can do the remaining parts. And in question number 14, we just have to use the calculator to verify our answers. So thank you. This was all for today.